Manchester United have gone ahead to beat Nottingham Forest by 3-0, scored by Rashford, Martial and Freddie. And that goal of Freddie that he scored that made it to 3 for United in the 87th minute has really gone down in records at Manchester United. For the very first time, we've seen two Brazilians connect to see to it that they really deliver a goal at Manchester United, meaning that an assist coming from the Brazilian to a player who is Brazilian and lay that ball into the net. Casemiro acting well into the offensive area, getting in the final third, and obviously after doing a very good interception and passes a very good ball to find Freddie, and Freddie buried that ball in the back of the net to make it 3-0 for Manchester United. So welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I've done the match build up, match reaction, and now here we are with the Manchester United player ratings as confirmed to us by a group of people here at the United Matters channel, and how we saw the beautiful game of football that saw United beat it trounced Nottingham Forest by 3-0. Remember, the last time we played them was in 1999. We beat them annihilated them by 8-1. In that game, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came up and really set a record that no player has ever really broken. He came on a substitute on only 10 minutes. He scored 4 goals and put United to 8. By the time he came in through, it was 4-0. When he came in through, he scored 4 to make it 8-1. So Nottingham Forest wouldn't always like to visit the Old Trafford because it has always been a very, very, very bad ground for them to succeed. So today, United have gone ahead to win their game of football against Nottingham Forest, putting them in a more comfortable situation. 1 point behind Tottenham Hotspur. Meaning that if at all United go ahead and win their game against Wolverhampton Wanderers over the weekend, because we are the ones playing first, then Spurs will play, I think, the next day. We will be how many points? We'll be 2 points ahead of Spurs. So Spurs will be playing Aston Villa, and you know what it's going to be. Aston Villa hosting Spurs isn't going to be an easy one. Reason being, Aston Villa lost its game to Liverpool over the weekend, so they're going to be home and they would love to shock a team known as Spurs. And look at the way Spurs is playing and the way they are really conceding goals. They are really in a very bad place or position. Now, let's get into the player ratings. Let's start off with David De Gea. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. He almost had nothing to do. The only save that he had to make that was really kind of scary was the one that really he got out with his shoulder. Chest or shoulder, I don't know, but it was between his shoulder and his chest, so I don't know how that part is called, that body part is called, but obviously he put that ball out. So he had nothing to do, not all that threatening. That's why I give him a 6 out of 10. But his ball distribution was really immense, and there is a ball that really gave to Eriksson, and Eriksson spread it wide to find Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right back. Oh, it was really magnificent and good. So I believe he really had a very good day in goal. So he kept a clean sheet. That's the best way to come on and really say congratulations to David De Gea, because he never kept a clean sheet. In the game of West Ham, he kept one. So in the game of Fulham, he kept one. In the game of West Ham, another one in the game of Newcastle, game of Tottenham Hotspur. So we've been gathering some clean sheets, and this is, I think, the 6th clean sheet of our season. Not so at Old Trafford, this is the 4th in the Premier League. The first one came in through when you're playing Newcastle, then Tottenham Hotspur, West Ham, and there you are against a team known as Nottingham. Those are 4 clean sheets at Old Trafford. Away, 1 against Southampton, 1 against Leicester City. I think those are the only clean sheets we've kept away. In the other games we've been playing away, we've been conceding goals. So those are 6 clean sheets this season. In the 15 games we played, 6 clean sheets have been kept. I think we are nearly getting there. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, for me, I'm going to give him a 6.5. 6.5. He really had a very good. Let me give him a 7 because he had been out for so long. He has shown us that he's being comfortable on the ball is okay, and he's improving. So 7 out of 5 for me. Aaron Wan-Bissaka kept it solid. Obviously, going forward is still suspect, but at least you see to it that there is an improvement that Erik ten Hag has put onto Aaron Wan-Bissaka that would even make him change his mind for not bringing a right back, because Frimpong is said to not going to leave the team where he's playing at right now, as confirmed to us by Fabrizio Romano. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 7 out of 10. Let's go to Malacia Tyrell. Tyrell Malacia, a 6.5 out of 10. Not bad for him. Very much solid. He went in for a shot that was saved by a goalkeeper at the beginning of the game when he had not yet scored, that went into a corner. So he kept himself alive and he was a live wire in that central defense. So I believe he really played very well. 6 out of 6.5 for Malacia. For me, that's great. And it's good to see to him that he's playing games in and out this season. After the World Cup break, he played almost... He played almost 80 minutes in the game we beat Burnley by 2-0, and this time around he has gone ahead to play at the left back position. What a way to develop him, and I believe we are really in a better way of really giving United the best that we deserve in at Old Trafford. So let's go to the central defense. The very first partnership that we have never seen before. Though we've seen both of these players play in central defense, but they had never played together. We have never played together. I saw Luke Shaw play as a central defender in the regime of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This time around, he has been played as a central defender alongside Rafael Varane. Why has he been played as a central defender? Because Maguire was not fit to play the entire 90 minutes. That's why he came in through and played some 20 to get some 20 in his legs to prepare for the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Lisandro Martinez was away, and I think he returned yesterday. Obviously, he's going to train on... Today's what? Today is going to be... Today's Wednesday. So he will train on Thursday. He'll train on Thursday and Friday, because on Saturday, that's when we are playing against Wolverhampton Wanderers away. So I believe Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane are going to get back into the starting 11 of United, and obviously our watertight defense is returning over the weekend if all goes well. But Scott McTominay was away, so no one would have gone into that central defense midfield, and Casemiro pulls back to the central defense. So the manager went in for Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw played very well, and I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He was really comfortable on the ball, very much aggressive because of his pace, and Awoyini wouldn't really get a chance to score against us in the entire 90 minutes, and we closed them down very well. So I'm giving Luke Shaw a 7 out of 10. Rafael Varane played very well, commanded that defense very well. I think whoever or whichever player plays alongside Rafael Varane really gets himself what he deserves, and he looks better because he is a leader. He's an example of a defender that has been doing this job for so long, and he has become the first player to play for his team that played in the World Cup final today in the Premier League and all over the 5 top leagues in Europe. So I'm giving him a 7.5 out of 10. That is Rafael Varane doing very well and keeping a clean sheet. There is no way you can't give your central defense partnership a 7 plus out of 10, because keeping a clean sheet, it's because of the central defense. It was not because of David De Gea. There are games where we kept clean sheets when our central defense was really trash and David De Gea kept us in the game. And there are very many games that we saw David De Gea being named a man of the match. And I think David De Gea nowadays is all about distributing the ball and doing what we call high line. Sorry, how do they call it? It's not high line. It's ball distribution and sweep goalkeeping. That's what he's doing for United. He's really enjoying himself at the club of Manchester United, and that is a man known as David De Gea. So I'm giving him a 7.5 out of 10. So for Luke Shaw, I have his game by numbers as we get into the central defensive midfield. Luke Shaw game by numbers was as follows: 118 touches, 100 passes completed, 90% accuracy, 11 ball recoveries, 5 long balls completed, 3 out of 3 aerial duels, 3 interceptions, 2 clean sheets, and the source is Stateman Dave. You know him very well. He's a football analyst at the Sky Sport, BBC, and elsewhere that is really experienced to that. So I believe he played very well. That is Luke Shaw. Then let's go to Casemiro, the man of the day, and I believe he put in a man of the match performance. Casemiro played very well. Remember the game against Burnley, played in the central defense and played very well. Dictated play from that side, and today he dominated the midfield. He won every midfield battle, and he showed us why United bought him £70 million. And I believe with the showcasing that Casemiro is putting out on the field of play for Manchester United. No one is doubting the price. I even heard the commentator Jim Beglin that he thought at a point X that they had paid a lot much more for Casemiro because of his age. Remember, he's 30, but nowadays players have shown us that they can even extend up to 30 and 48 years. Look at Thiago Silva. He's 38 years of age and he's still playing in the Premier League for Chelsea. So, if a defender like Thiago Silva can play up to that level and age, that means Casemiro is 100% safe because for him he's a central defensive midfielder. If you are a central defensive midfielder, you just need to find yourself in a better position. And you know, each and every time you grow older, the more confident you become and the more better you become as a midfielder. So I believe Casemiro played very well. He was responsible for the 2 goals, or the last 2 goals that we scored. Remember that sliding tackle he made on Awoyini. You know him very well, that Nigerian centre forward for Nottingham Forest. Then the ball came into Bruno, and Bruno went in for that over the top ball to find Marcus Rashford. Rashford cut back and obviously found Anton Martial, and Martial placed that ball and it went into the back of the net to make it 2-0. Then he came in with an assist in the 87th minute to find Freddie as he made a very important interception in the midfield, and that is because of his game reading, because there was compactness of Nottingham Forest players in the midfield. Then he really intercepted that ball very well and he gained possession and he found a very beautiful pass to find Freddie, and Freddie placed that ball in the back of the net with precision and made it 3-0 for Manchester United. So Casemiro has written his own story at Manchester United. I believe if he goes ahead and wins trophies for Manchester United, he might go into the equation of one of the best CDMs, even being equated to the captain Roy Keane, who won as close to 6 Premier League titles at Manchester United. But his game by numbers was as follows: 104 touches, 85 pass accuracy, 74 passes completed, 7 long balls completed, 5 tackles won, 3 clearances, 3 key passes, 2 interceptions, 1 block, and 1 assist. That is Casemiro for you. And I'm giving him a super 9 out of 10. He did everything right. And he put in a man of the match performance. Though even Rashford put it in, and we're going to see between him and Rashford who really deserves to be the man of the match. Let's go to Eriksen. He really played very well, responsible for an assist for the first goal. And obviously his passing was really there, but he never put in that third gear, because this game was really won in the 23rd minute. Is it 22nd minute? That's when we won it. And I believe he never really needed to go on to do the needful, because everything was done and dusted by United in just 21 games. So we just need to go on and maintain the game very well. That was done by a player called Casemiro and Eriksen. So Eriksen played very well, and for me, he's getting a 6.5 out of 10 for me. I don't know what your rating is for Eriksen, but I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. Let's go to Bruno Fernandes. Second goal, important in the build-up, but obviously average according to me. 6 out of 10 for me, because he was not all that vibrant today as he was and dictating play in that game of Burnley. But we know that he is showing us glimpses that, all right, I'm the spark of United in very many ways, to see to it that he creates lots of things for United that have not been gone unappreciated. So 6.5 for Bruno Fernandes for me, because he really put in the effort, but obviously he never really got himself onto the score sheet. Then let's go to Anthony. I believe Anthony needs to improve on his game. You know, I've always told people that he's a very good player, but I hate him playing wide. Look at how Rashford plays. Look at how Garnacho plays. Look at how Martial plays when he shifts on the left. That's how he's supposed to play. Just shift there, but make sure that you are always in the half spaces. You get? Because each and every time you receive that ball in the half spaces, the left back can go and spread wide and obviously come in with a cross, or will release you in a very perfect position to go in and really cause havoc to the team that you are playing against. But I believe today he even missed out on a sitter because it was a keeper to beat, going in for a far post effort, yet I thought it was supposed to be a near post effort. Missed out on that. I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. He needs to really get back to the Anthony that we know, and he needs to find himself where he's supposed to be. I know it's long, but obviously he needs to come on and really join the trail, because the movement is really going on. Bruno, Rashford, Anthony Martial are really looking sharp. Even Garnacho is looking more sharper and exciting than Anthony. So Anthony needs to go on and really pull up his stockings to the level that the team really needs him to be at. So I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. That is Anthony. Then let's go to a player called Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford played very well today. He scored 1 goal and he's responsible for an assist. A well worked out training goal that was experimented in the game of Nottingham, and it all worked well like a charm to give United the first goal. Then he came up after 3 minutes and created one for Anthony Martial. That was really a very brilliant effort for Rashford. Rashford has now had 10 goals in the entire in the entire season for United, with 5 in the Premier League, 2 in the Carabao Cup, those are 7. Then 3 in the... He has 3 goals in the UEFA Europa League. Those are 10 goals. And he has a couple of assists, I think. Are they 3 or 4, 5? So that's not bad when you add on the 3 goals you score at the World Cup and the 1-2 assists there. Obviously, he's having a very good season, and I believe he's just 10 goals away from clinching 10. But remember, we've not even played 19 games in the Premier League. In the Premier League, we've only played 15 games, and I believe there are games he missed out because he was injured. I remember that very well. So I expect him to come in through and do the needful for the club of Manchester United, to score even 30 goals for the very first time in his career. Reason, he's more vibrant. He has a player known as Martial and Bruno Fernandes that know him better, that really give us his inclusive game. So Rashford today has gone ahead to give us the following game by numbers: 86 pass accuracy, 36 touches, 4 shots, 1 out of 1 long ball completed, 1 key pass, 1 assist, 1 goal. Another performance from Marcus Rashford, and I'm giving him 8 out of 10. Yeah, 8 out of 10, because Casemiro is at 9. 8 out of 10 for Rashford, and I believe he really had a very good job to do today for a team known as Manchester United. Then let's go to Anthony Martial, who scored 1 goal and obviously missed out on a very close chance, but I believe it's good to see him on the score sheet. He's now having 5 goals this season with some good assists on his name. Very, very much good for him. The manager told us the reason why he has taken him off the field of play, because we are having a game on Saturday, so you need to reserve him because he's the only senior centre forward that you have. So he played well today. I loved what he put up on the field of play. 7 out of 10 for me, because any striker is meant to score. If you score, then you've done your job, and he never got very many chances. He only got 2 chances and scored 1. That's what we call being clinical. So I'm giving him a 7 out of 10 for today. And he's one of the players that really did very well, and he's going to be fully fit to go on and really score against Wolverhampton Wanderers. So what I want to see Anthony Martial going on a scoring run, like being consistent, like in every 3 games scoring like 2 goals. I really want to see him on that run. I want to see Rashford scoring like 25 goals this season and Martial putting up 25 this season. I would love to see them go ahead and do that. The likes of Bruno coming in through and adding their goals to the tally of those 2. Now let's go to the substitutes. Alejandro Garnacho, 6 out of 10 for me, came out exciting. He really laid in some deadly balls. Obviously, he's exciting, and you would not love to face him because he's really talented and good. Donny van Beek, ever since Ten Hag came in through, this is his best game he has played for United. I believe he really put in a very good effort. He was really lively in each and every time we saw him play, and I believe he's nearly finding his touch and getting into the team of Manchester United. We should all be eager to see him get back to the team of Erik ten Hag, because he's what is going to give to get Bruno to the levels we want him to be, because Bruno looks like has no competitor, but the more Donny van Beek picks up, the more he's going to be a very huge competitor for a player called Bruno Fernandes, because Danny Van Beek is a perfect 10 that Erik ten Hag wants him to play into that position. Then I'm giving him a 6.5 out of 10. Freddy Rodriguez came on and scored a goal. 7 out of 10. Very good display and dispatch for Freddy Rodriguez, a Brazilian, and really buried it in the goal back of the net to make it 3-0 for United. Anthony Elanga came in through, good, 6 out of 10. And Harry Maguire, 6 out of 10 for me. So what are your reactions to the player ratings of United? What's your rating for each and every player? 6 out of 10 is rating. Sorry, out of 10. You rate each player out of 10. And my man of the match is Casemiro. Casemiro is my man of the match. I gave him a 9 out of 10. 1 assist, involved in 1 goal. Obviously, controlled and bossed that midfield against a side called Nottingham Forest today. So we really looked like a side that is really up there, though we had some severe injuries that really limited our play, but obviously we got there in a perfect period of time. Now, the manager, Erik ten Hag, 8 out of 10 for me. He got it right. I believe there is nothing he got wrong, and that's why we won and kept a clean sheet. May the Lord bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later. Tomorrow we'll return with the latest news and updates as far as Manchester United is concerned. May the Lord bless you abundantly. I'm out.